guys, welcome to our life in the Philippines.
Well,
I don't even know because of the shield if the microphone is.
can you hear? Well, I guess you can hear me.
They can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear you now.
The double shielded guy.
Yes, double rapid, guys, double rapid.
Double rapid. They can't break, you know.
They
Double
can't.
rapid. That's funny.
Because we come a long, long way from where we started.
So just you know, we're laughing, we're having some fun. We're trying to make comedy out of it because it's tragic in a sense, right?
It's tragedy, not comedy.
Yeah, it's tragic, not comedy. But we can't stop laughing at some of the ordinances that we have, and one of these ordinances is now when you're out in the Philippines, you make sure you put your mask on, and then you have your shield. Hey, Ryan, get my helmet. I just want to show it because this is.
Or you can wear this.
Here. Right.
You can wear this.
Alright. Now guys, now I'm going to try to, at the same time, right, so look what happens with mine. It falls down, so the blue band, right, where it says here, it goes in my eyes, so
There you go.
I don't know how they plan on doing this, but, oh, there's the microphone. It is a hard thing to get going, and I had to go to the bank the other day.
Try this. Try these instead of those.
I can't wear those with the glasses. Okay, so they come in a lot of different models too, guys. And how much are these? 50 pesos?
That's 60 pesos.
60 pesos for this one. And I believe this one, and this is officially not needed in the house, obviously.
Maybe in the bedroom.
No, but you have to have a plastic shield between you and your partner. For sure. You know, if you don't have a plastic shield, you cannot contaminate each other. Oh, and that was on the motorcycle, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So.
The sail that makes you the
Yeah.
faster you go, the less.
Yeah,
You know.
and I've seen now they've had a couple of accidents with that already. So that
I
makes
feel
sense.
sorry for the people that were riding the motorcycle. But
Yeah, but this thing, right? It's very flimsy, as you can see. There's not much to it. And when you go like 40, 50 kilometers on the motorcycle, it starts going up, and all the glare in this thing, this makes it, in my opinion, makes it totally unsafe to use when you're driving. So I don't know. Do you know if the motorcycle, the fully covered motorcycle, would count as a shield?
it has to be because it is a shield. There's no difference in this. Actually, the shield works better than this.
Yeah, it should.
It should count.
Yeah.
A fully shielded.
All right,
a fully shielded.
So let's mic you up
Yeah.
in a real way. So. All right, that's our intro, guys. All right, so in the beginning of this COVID debacle in January, February.
January, actually.
Yeah, Umberto and I we were talking about possibly just start a little news channel, and we made a little attempt, but it got too depressing because
The news got to me. I was depressed all the time. My goodness. I mean, it was good. It worked out fine. We have some very, very nice clips. We're doing actually a pretty decent job, but the bad news is always so depressing.
And we were talking then about what was coming and what was going on, and you know,
we were in the beginning of the COVID situation, right at the very, very beginning. Even we were reporting things ahead of what other news agencies reported at the time because of our access to some of the information that was coming out of China through Taiwan and other channels, and so it was very interesting at the very beginning. And we're just making a joke right now about how far it evolved from that, but I think in my opinion, I think it's gone overboard. I think the fear mongering has gone way beyond what is necessary. we've learned, or there has been enough experience learned from COVID that is no worse than a flu. And so to go ahead and continue on with this, I mean, I realize that people are scared and people don't understand, people don't know, but the learning experience with COVID has been that it hasn't been worse than 2017 flu. 2017 flu was
Yeah,
worse.
well, no, I think I have to correct you on that. 2018 in the United States, we had 65,000. That's about one of the worst years. 65,000 people died from flu-related.
From just the flu.
Right, but now in the U.S. it's about closer to 170,000, I think, right?
The deaths in the U.S., yes.
Yeah, so it is more lethal, in a sense, for those who have pre-existing conditions.
Yes.
And I think that's what they're really trying to protect, even though I think that some decisions made by some people shoving people into nursing homes direct from recovering COVID patients into nursing homes.
That sounds like New York. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was actually New York. So,
Yes.
so I mean, you know, but I think everybody has kind of didn't know what to do.
Well, I think a few countries that they should have listened to. Taiwan, they should have listened to. Vietnam, they should have listened to.
Korea did pretty
Sweden, they should have listened to. South Korea, they believe in what's called herd immunity, whereby let the virus take its course on people and you develop a herd immunity. That's unfortunately that's a veterinarian term, but it applies to
This situation, but anyway, you know, the restrictions, if we talk about that, you've been out here, so we can talk a little bit about that. You've been out, you're walking a lot. I'm not getting out, and one of the facts of the matter is I'm not getting out because of the ordinance that is there that if you are 60, stay at home unless you absolutely have to go out and do necessary things like banking, doctors, life supply of groceries, I guess,
right.
and that kind of stuff. So I have been staying home most of the time, and just he is out. So what are you seeing out there? What's the status right now? You have the checkpoints were taken down somewhere in mid-July, and they came back, or what?
Well, what I see out there is that the checkpoints evolved. Before they were not allowing people to go from one place to another. Then they started opening up a little bit, and then they saw a recurrence, and so they went back to checking IDs, and the checkpoints are still there, but mostly they check IDs. They check people that are riding in tandem on motorcycles.
And they are shooting you with a metal temperature gauge.
Everywhere you go, you enter a supermarket, you enter anywhere you go, they check your temperature. Fortunately, they invented these things. Could you imagine 50 years ago?
Yeah. Well, talking about inventions, these things. The ordinance comes out with very short notice, and they have been able to supply the entire Philippines. Don't you think this was also a planned thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Long time ago?
Absolutely, and then there's various types and various models, and there's those that have, what is it? You can't see through them. They are polarized or whatever they
Right.
call them. Especially for somebody that's going to rob you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, luckily I don't have to wear it, except when I go out, and I do wear it, so that's it. The other thing is, we actually had, just this week, or early this week, we had the word that somebody had gotten infected with COVID, and just in the neighborhood here, and we noticed it today when they were actually out.
They were spraying their home.
They had spacesuits on, we call them,
Yes,
right?
I go, oh, NASA just
NASA just arrived.
just arrived.
But they were here and spraying down the home, and it's tragic for the family, obviously, and our prayers go out to them. And I'm sure they're going to be. I'm sure they're going to be fine. I heard the gentleman had. He said exactly what my brother was saying, actually, and I believe they're about the same age. It was when he got it, he was just totally weak.
Weak.
Very, very, very weak for a couple of weeks.
My friend in London, same symptoms. Just
Yeah.
very, very weak.
Very weak and tired and hard to even get up and get going. My brother said he tried to push his lawnmower out of the garage just to cut the grass. It didn't work, so he parked it and went back to bed. So, but anyway, our prayer goes out to the family, and I'm sure they're going to be okay. It's just tragic when it happens, and obviously it is. You know, we don't see it here very much. We have heard rumors about a case. This is the first case that hits home.
It's just a block away from here.
Yeah, in about 5 months. So I think this area has been spared, and I think partially that's due to the fact that people have stayed at home a lot. So
True.
and the other thing I was thinking, you know, we want Philippines to open up again.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you know, even our governor here in the Pampanga said something about that. He said we really can't afford to keep it closed much longer. People need to go back to work. I looked at the unemployment numbers here in the Philippines yesterday, and it looks like they are close to 50%. 27,800,000 jobs has been lost.
We know firsthand a lot of people are going hungry.
And yeah, and we know firsthand. That's right too. Yeah, due to the fact that we have been trying to support the neighborhood here a little bit with a little bit of rice and milk for infants.
For the kids.
For the kids, we know for a fact that people are going hungry. I met some retirees a few days ago when we were out. And one of the older gentlemen said he hadn't eaten for 3 days. So the situation is getting a little to a point where we actually need to step up our efforts and try to help some of these people. We are fortunate, in a sense.
Fortunate.
And I've been very fortunate during this whole time. I've been very fortunate because I've had more work during this period of time than I had before, actually.
Than you had before, and you've been busy. You're busy. You stay busy.
It went from 3 days a week to 7 days a week, and now we have, you know, it got so much that I got tired after 2 months, 3 months working 7 days a week. I said, no, it's enough. I'm done with that. So I have a couple of helpers now that helps me with a company down in Florida, back at home in the U.S. that I have worked with for 25 years, and it continues.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. All right, guys, that was it. A little update, a little bit about the masks, a little bit of comedy in the beginning. Everybody stay safe out there.
Yes,
And
you do that.
And make sure that you protect yourself.
Comply.
Comply with ordinances.
Comply because it may be reducing flu symptoms, or it may be reducing other things.
You might face less risk to catch the flu that is going on seasonal right now here.
Yeah.
There's seasonal flu in the works also. So
I would hate to be in China right now. They have an avian flu, they have the porcine flu, they have COVID, they have rain and all these things, and
Yeah,
anyway.
they're having a lot going on there.
So
So okay, guys, that was a short little update. We haven't been doing a whole lot of feed. You know, that's been one of the things that's been problematic for us, is to get out there and create the content for the channel, and you can only talk so much about this, because at some point it gets boring, it gets depressing, it gets like,
yes.
you know,
One thing
emotionally.
this needs to come to an end soon, because there are more side effects to the lockdown than just there's depression, there's people are gonna they're going hungry, they are not working, they're doing all these things.
Yeah.
It's time to start opening things up, I believe.
Yeah, and hopefully we will see that happening. If nothing else, what we always say, November 4th, COVID is over.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
Right? November 4th.
November 4th.
Just remember that, guys. Remember that, November 4th.
November 4th.
We're not going to hear much about COVID after that.
Okay.
I believe so. All right. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless everyone. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Wait. Don't click that button unless, of course, you hit the subscribe button. And then you can move on. And while you're down there, hit the notification button as well. And if you leave a like or a comment, we will personally respond to you on all or any request you might have. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again at the next video.